Waiting. Okay.
There it goes.
There we go.
Yeah, okay. Okay. It's so weird.
I know, right? But it's a unique idea.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I dig it. I was just like, why is my phone being funny? So hi.
So what's going on? Last time we tried this, we failed horribly thanks to the app
I
bugging
wouldn't
out.
say failed
So,
horribly, but it definitely
well, I
didn't
got
go
a lot of
according
good
to plan.
info. I mean, we got a lot of good audio.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it's good.
Um, anyways, I guess we can just start from the beginning. And then I can go through the audio and pick out what anything we missed or anything that's relevant and just kind of clip it in there.
Yeah.
So, um, so just to start everybody off, this is my friend Josh, aka Valentine Anger, the makeup artist by day and drag queen by night. Does amazing work and is definitely an artist by heart. I was actually just thinking about it. You remember that the pottery you used to make in high school?
I miss doing ceramics. I'm trying to get back into doing that out here, actually.
You need to. That was awesome. My brother actually stole that from me.
How did he?
Yeah, while I was in boot camp.
What a dick.
But anyways, just if you want to fill everybody in on kind of what you've been doing and where you started at, really. I know it was a rough start when you got out there and everything to California, moving from Georgia and all that, and then getting into makeup and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've been out here what, 8 years now, I think, as of October. Yeah, moved here from Georgia and didn't really know what I was going to be doing, where I was going to be going. It was just kind of I hit the reset button, decided like, hey, I need to change. So I started looking into I actually looked into hair school first, and then decided not to, and then started looking into makeup school. Around that time, I also started dabbling in drag. And they just kind of went hand in hand, learning makeup and then learning drag. Because I guess you do learn drag, you don't just wake up and do it. I've been doing it for what, 5 years now, and I'm still, figuring shit out, I guess. But yeah, I mean, moving to LA and finding something that I can get into, like makeup and drag, it really helped me rediscover myself and discover parts of myself I didn't know were there. So it's been
Yeah.
kind of a good life change moving out here.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. And you recently got married. That's awesome. I'm so excited for you.
Oh, thanks. Okay, sorry, I had like a notification. No, yeah, I just recently
Uh,
got married. That's been another life change, which pretty awesome, I think. But yeah,
he seems to be a big supporter in your life.
he is,
So,
and that's key. And what I do is like you need somebody there for you to help support you, whether it's emotionally or whatever other means may be necessary, whether it's a drive to the venue or whatever. Like it's definitely helps to have somebody at your back, you know.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
Um, the last time we talked, you'd gotten onto a topic about struggling as far as with your homophobia and stuff like that. Being from South Georgia and stuff like that.
oh yeah, you don't realize. Well, I didn't realize from being out there and then moving out here how much internalized homophobia I had. I always thought that I was a very progressive thinker and was very open and all that. Until moving out here and was exposed to people and things that I was not accustomed to being in the rural South. It's kind of a little
Mm-hmm.
bubble out there, and
Yeah.
culture shock and just kind of a wake up call kind of happens when you get out of it. Um, So yeah, I started realizing like, wow, I actually have a little bit of like internalized homophobia going on with me. What's this about? And that goes back to drag. I started stepping into drag. Was embracing the feminine aspects of myself that I tried to hide and cover up and not let out, even though I was an open gay man, you know? Um, I kind of find myself a little bit more queer, I guess you could say nowadays, because I have embraced both aspects of myself, both energies of myself, the masculine and the feminine. So that has been a whole life change in itself, I guess. And I know I keep saying life change, but that's what we're talking about.
I mean, it always, life is ever changing though. So I mean,
This is true.
and I can relate. I mean, I grew up with a single mother, and she didn't know how to raise a boy. So a lot of my aspects growing up were feminine, and I was looked down upon on that stuff, and that's a lot of stuff that I've been dealing with lately myself. Is just trying to deal with both sides because everybody has it really. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it's just a matter of so it's tough. It really is, but it is life changing, and
Hmm.
I really like that you keep mentioning that. So, but so as far as the drag stuff, man, you put out a lot of great. Just, I mean, you're just like I said at the beginning, you're just an artist at heart, and everything you touch it just turns into something, man. And
Unless it
like
turns
that
into
picture
something.
you
I
were
don't know what it
saying.
turns into all the time, but it's something.
I know, you're just good at it, and I love it, and I love seeing you succeed, and just so happy now.
Oh, thanks, dude. That happens. I was going down a pretty dark road, and I had to make some changes, and this is the result of making better changes and better life choices. So
Yeah. As far as like the makeup and stuff, did you have to go to school for all that and
I
everything,
did go
or
to
is
school
that
for it.
something that you?
You don't necessarily have to go to school to be a makeup artist, as opposed to being
Hmm.
a hairstylist. Like you do have to go to school and get a license for that. Um,
Yeah,
and I'm about to go into hair school to add to the plethora of things that I do. I should have did that first, considering, and then just learned makeup on
yeah,
the side. Because anything you want to learn with makeup, just about you can find on the internet now. You don't have to spend a lot of money going to a school that's just your number to them, and they give you a crash course and then spit you out. And now the
yeah.
world is saturated with makeup artists. LA is saturated with makeup artists. Everyone's a fucking makeup artist. Sounds a little bitter, maybe. I don't know.
Everybody on Facebook is.
Well, I mean, that's social media and that's Instagram for you. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I mean, I went to school for it. It gave me the hands-on that I kind of wanted, but it had its benefits. It had its benefits, but looking back, I definitely, if I could give myself any advice going back, I would say don't go to makeup school. Uh, Learn it. You can look up anything makeup wise that you want to learn. Other than like special effects stuff, some of those things like
yeah,
making prosthetics, working with different like the silicones and the foams and polyfoams and all that.
hmm,
That you might want to go take some classes on because that's some serious stuff. That I would
yeah,
definitely say go get an education on, and see, get classes because you can take separate classes for that. Um,
hmm,
so that I would suggest, but just beauty makeup, theatrical makeup, drag makeup, any of that, the internet is at your fingertips, and you can find anything you want to find and learn about that. So
yeah. I know the internet makes things pretty easy nowadays.
yeah, yeah, I would say so.
So, how how do you balance all this stuff? Obviously, this stuff takes up a lot of your time, and like you told me earlier, you'd been up since 6:30 this morning,
I just
your
got up
time.
early this morning because my husband was up getting ready for work, and I happen to be
Uh,
off today. I have a regular 9 to 5. There was a
okay.
time where I was doing solely makeup and drag, like 5 days, 6 days a week. That only lasts for so long, really, unless
Yeah.
you're on like a TV show or something that gets you more bookings, but that's a whole nother can of worms there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not a, I won't, you can't just wake up, be a drag queen, and all of a sudden make tons of money and be famous. It doesn't work that way, you know.
Yeah.
But let me not lose my train of thought here. I do have a 9 to 5, so if I'm not doing my 9 to 5, I am picking up gigs here and there. Since getting
Okay.
married and gearing up for hair school, I've kind of taken a break on a lot of my event promotions, a lot of my event creatings, a lot of my bookings, all that jazz. I've kind of calmed down on that and I've set that on the back burner. I mean, granted, I'm still sewing outfits and working on things,
Yeah.
just because if I stop creating, I die. But it does take a lot to balance everything of keeping your brushes clean, keeping your makeup kit clean and up to date, making sure you have all the supplies you need, making sure that what gigs you do are booked for, you are promoting them properly, you are communicating properly, along with balancing married life, adult life, and the 9 to 5 job. It can be a lot, but luckily I have a really supportive husband who understands my crazy and is able to rein me in when it gets to Tasmanian devilish, I guess you could say.
Us Virgos like to do a lot of things at one time.
Oh yeah.
Brittany gets on to me all the time. Are you trying to do too many things at once?
Too many irons in fire.
But, man, I lost my train of thought now. Yeah. um, I see a lot of your posts and stuff, and I support a lot of your posts and stuff as far as LGBT rights and stuff like that. Um, I know moving out there had to have been a breath of fresh air to you.
A bit.
Um, how does it? I mean, now that Georgia possibly might be a blue state soon, how does that make you feel?
Oh, I feel a little better about it. It doesn't change too much immediately.
Yeah, yeah, obviously.
I'm trying to choose my words carefully here when I say this, but the South will, as far as I know, be the South. Um,
Yeah.
People set in their ways that don't want to let go of old ways of thinking will always stay stuck in
Mhm.
that. And if they're able to perpetuate that, they will, unfortunately. And it's going to take
Mhm.
into a blue state and people actually doing the right things and saying the right things and being good people to one another and getting rid of this bigotry and this uh, hatred and racism. Like there's
Yeah.
the racism in the South hardcore. Like when I was in school,
Yeah.
still like very segregated in ways, and there was still racism, and it's still there. It's still there, and that's the South,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So moving out here, those things still are kind of around, but not as much because there's so many more types of people out here, so many more different backgrounds out here that there's almost no room for it.
Yeah.
You
People
know?
have to learn to be a lot more tolerant.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't have to be a thing that you learn. You shouldn't have to learn.
Well, I know, but it unfortunately it is
Oh
because
yeah.
all of it's learned and it's unlearning and relearning, really.
hmm We are programmed individuals from the time we are born, and we have to deprogram ourselves, and we don't have to believe everything we think, because some of those
Yeah.
thoughts are background thoughts that we've been programmed with. Ooh. And by programming, I don't mean like some conspiracy theory where they sat us down and like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
know. Yeah. Oh, I know that.
you know that.
And so I think a lot of the people that will listen to this will know that too, though. So it's a fight. It's fun, but it's sometimes it's rough.
Oh yeah.
But um, well, well, There we go again.
Derailing, man.
Uh-huh. Um, so I know you got a lot of family and stuff out there, and do you get a lot of time with them or anything out there,
Oh
or
yeah, when I get a chance to see my dad and all that, I do. I go by see my grandparents when I can. I mean, it happens.
yeah,
I have family out here, and I have family back in the South. So
yeah. Um, and I know you're half Hispanic, right?
yes,
Uh,
I'm happy
Okay,
American.
that's okay. That's what I thought. I couldn't, me, my brain doesn't work sometimes.
It works just fine.
But oh, get stuff out of the way here. Well, I guess that'll have to be it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't. I mean, unless there's anything that you'd like to talk about personally. I mean, that's. I mean, it's a two-way. It's a conversation. It's
Yeah,
two
no,
ways.
this
I
is a
mean, I can't.
conversation. Yeah, no, I mean
So
that's all I mean, I don't know have much else to add to that. I mean,
yeah,
you just gotta if there's something you want to see achieved in your life, then you have to work for it. You have to it's not just gonna fall in your lap, you know? I mean,
there you go.
I had
You got me back on track.
I had to put things in motion. I had to really sit down and think about what I wanted to achieve. What, like, okay, if I set out to do this, then what is it I'm trying to accomplish? What is my end goal? And when I hit that end goal, when I achieve that goal, what's the next step? You know, like you have to think
Yeah.
about all those things. You have to, I mean, don't overthink on them, but you have to have a plan of attack. Without a plan of attack, you go nowhere. You sit, you stay stagnant. You have to get a ball rolling for anything to happen. You know what I mean? There has to
Yeah.
be momentum. There has to be a push in energy, a push in thought, a push in something in some direction for you to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. It's not just gonna happen. You can't just wake up and that happen. You have to work for it.
hmm Yeah. And that was actually going to be my next point was the work that you have to put into everything, and that people don't realize sometimes the work that they are going to have to put into it. It's not just a once in a while or a couple hours a day thing. It's a sometimes you're gonna have to pull 24 or 48 hours to pull something off and to get what you want and to get where you want to be. I mean, and that really goes for anybody, really.
Yeah.
So, um, well, I'll get all this edited and everything, and I'll get your links and everything for Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
Post got
What
a phone
happened?
call, but
Okay.
I really appreciate your time.
Okay, of course, man. Anytime.
And I love your face.
I
Just
love your face
I'm gonna
too,
have to
buddy.
say
Well, you have a
that.
good
And
day. Let's talk again later. And
we will keep up the
dude,
good work, man. I'm proud of you.
well, thanks, buddy. I love you too, man. You
All
take care.
right,
Bye.
all right, you too. Bye.